our cultural historical heritage goes back from the Roman age, and then through medieval age, and then to the 20th century. So it's very important for us that people can understand how the city was built and what was happening in the buildings. I take an example. We have here the palace of Eleanor of Aquitaine, who was the Duchess of Aquitaine and then Queen of France and then Queen of England. And this palace ages from 9th century, and then was used as the heart of the justice in the 20th century. So it has been through many modifications, transformations, and we need that the public understands what happened here and how it has evolved through time, and what kind of historical event of French history or local history took place here. And for that we need some digitalization, and we very hope that the CHARME project can help us with that, to share our history with the greater public.
I perceive it in a very rich way. I think Poitiers promotes its cultural heritage in a very sort of multilingual way, with different mediums, with video and video games and pictures and VR applications. And I particularly enjoy the rich archaeological heritage that you promote here through the different kinds of medium.
Oh, here today we see so many interesting digital tools. We see videos, we see 360 views, and it was fascinating because it gave us like the perspective of the previous times, the heroes who were there. We can image how they live, how they love each other, how they communicate with each other, and it's very interactive. It can help us to feel more of this history and understand how it was and how it can be in the future, because we see that it will be renovated and more objects will be added to this, and it helps to connect the past and the future. So it's very interactive and interesting for us to go deeper.
It's funny because we think, we imagine this video game for children, and in fact it's really used by families, adults also. And they react very well to this video game. In fact, it's not just funny perception, a funny vision of the palace. It's also scientific data and a way to discover the history of the palace. And they spend a long time on this table, on this tool. And it's a good surprise for us, and I think it's really an enhancing tool to discover the palace. And it has to exist with the human relation of the mediator team, with the human relation with the video discovering the palace, and also we have some podcasts to listen in the palace, which make part of the history of the place. And it's a mix of all these tools which make the difference, I think.
There are a lot of approaches and ways in which we can achieve the result. The first thing is making them accessible by digitizing them and putting them into open web services or archives, and then let them disposable for scientists, historians, engineers, architects, and for the society at all. We really believe that history preservation deals with memory and valorization of local identities. So this is a clear social tool to engage local communities in this perspective.
So this application, this 3D application that Poitiers showed to us, it's an immersive experience that explains the history of Poitiers, and it's very useful for all of us partners of the Interreg Europe CHARME project, because all the cities we are historic cities, we have we have this need of explaining the history of our city, and it has indeed many advantages. So one of them is that there are elements that are in the buildings that are in the context of the heritage that we have in our cities that remain rather unseen within the centuries they have. And with this immersive application, we can get good explanations, and we can interact with the public, engaging and explaining these elements that are no longer visible. And with this immersive application, they are interesting and they can be seen, and the context of the buildings is much more clear. So it is indeed a very good application, a very good mechanism, digital mechanism that this 3D immersive experience has for all of us. Also because it is in fact a digital tool that helps us to connect with people and to get accessibility for all of us, for not only to reach more people, more visitors, but also new audiences and more ways to connect with younger people, elderly people, people that want to know more details, or even people that want to have a general perspective. So all of this is possible with these immersive digital tools that Poitiers explained to us.
This is a very important project, this one like CHARME, and this kind of projects co-financed by Interreg Europe that facilitate really the interaction between various municipalities and stakeholders and universities. And this is important because they put all together the people in charge with policies and the people in charge with responsibilities of implementation. So this is very important for not only for us as local authorities, but also at the national level and European level, to start this kind of debates and to start this kind of actions that can really change the, let's say, the way that we see now heritage, the future of digitization of heritage, and the future of our local and national policies.
Well, the impact is multiple, and it depends on the visitor, and it depends on the choices the visitors make, because we propose digital initiatives, we offer digital initiatives, but the people choose to enjoy it or not. Our way to conceive digital initiatives is, we think digital initiatives are a way to enhance the experience and not replace it. Our goal is that people connect more to the works of art with these digital tools, and not the other way around. We don't want people to use tools and not connect with the art. The main goal is really to enhance the connection between people and the work of art. For instance, with ADNO, we use zooms on details of a huge painting which is called the Siège de Poitiers, and tells the story of the Siège de Poitiers, the religion wars. And ADNO permits us to give the story of the Siège de Poitiers by zooming in on details, things that we would not be able to do without it. We use also ADNO with another type of mediation. The painting is actually on restoration, and it will be back in 2 weeks from now. And we will use ADNO to give people details on the restoration. So we will zoom in on alterations that have been taken care of, and so that people can see the alterations on the digital tool and see what is the result now. So the digital tools for us are really a mean to enhance the experience and not replace it, and that's why we use it sparingly.
Well, I really like to see the rich history of Poitiers in one place, so you have you can walk through the history of the city and the surrounding areas, and really get the sense and the feel of the history and the people who have lived and been merry and have their own lives here. So it's a great place to experience the rich history. And I like the contrast between the building that is kind of rough with the edges, and then the almost delicate parts of history that you tell here in the Poitiers Museum, or the Musée de la Sainte-Croix.
So the visit to Sainte-Croix Museum here in Poitiers has been really interesting for our delegation. The good practice that the Grand Poitiers presented to the CHARME partners was very inspiring for us. We have seen the work that you have done with this ethno map on the painting of the map of Poitiers, and we can probably transfer this good practice in Pavia, as we have a map, a fresco of the map of the city in 1522 in Pavia, in St. Theodore Church, and we could work as you have done here in order to make it more engaged for visitors and for tourists and for young people to discover our city.